Hello, everybody. Oh, I probably broke something there, didn't I? Nope, we're good, I think. Anyway, and welcome to another Minecraft updates video. Whoops. And in this video, we are going to be covering the first 1.10 snapshot, Snapshot 16W20A. And in this snapshot, the first thing I'm going to show you are these new blocks. So here we have the nether wart block. How you make this is you just fill the crafting table with nether wart, like so, and you get yourself a nether wart block. And this block, unfortunately though, for some reason, can't craft it back to nether wart. Hopefully they'll add it in the future, because then it would be great to compact your nether wart, then uncompact it when you need to brew and stuff. That would be really nice to be able to do stuff like that. And then this next block we have here is red nether brick. Now this, as you can see, it's like a lighter, more red version of nether brick. I think it looks like a really neat texture, although it's, you know, like nether brick, kind of dark and gloomy, but this texture, it's like you could build a jello castle out of it or something. Now, how you want to craft this one is you have a sort of checkerboard pattern. Let's not use up all my nether brick here. Oh, whoops, I need more nether wart, don't I? Let's just grab some then. Or not. Just a minute. There we go. Sorry, my mouse has no middle click, so I couldn't just use a little shortcut for it. Anyway, you want to have a checkerboard pattern of nether wart and nether brick, not nether bricks, and then you have the red nether brick. And then for this one actually you don't, there's only one of these that naturally spawns, actually. Oh, this one, by the way, you can break it with your fists. I'm not going to demonstrate because I don't want to die or anything, but you can break it with your fists. A good tool to use for it is an axe, and interestingly, I have my game tick up, so that happened really fast, but it gets broken by lava and water. Let's just get that back. And then over here, anyway, we have the bone block, as you can see, and you make it by filling the crafting grid with bone meal, and that makes bone blocks. And they orient in different directions, just like logs. They can be found naturally in the overworld, however, I will cover that later. Now, and the last block we have here, actually, I will need to go into survival to show you this one fully, but this is the magma block. And how you craft it is you put magma cream in a 4x4 in your inventory crafting or in a crafting table, and it will make one magma block per 4 magma cream. And then if I just go into game mode 0 here, if you step on it, it deals half a heart of damage. However, if you're sneaking, it does not damage you. It also damages most mobs. I'm not sure if it damages nether mobs. I have not tested it on nether mobs, but it does damage mobs, and it does not destroy items, which makes, and it only emits, well, it has an interesting property. If I just quickly grab a torch here, see, if I put this on top, then you see the torch is lighting things up pretty nicely, but then the lighting level is almost the same because the magma will suck the light and then emit that light itself. It's a very unique feature and very cool. Anyway, as I was saying, it could make for a nice mob farm because it naturally, unless it's sucking up light, it only emits a light level of 2, which means mobs can still spawn on it if it's not getting any other light from it, and then they will automatically die, and you can put hoppers or hopper minecart underneath, and that's that. Now, on to the next thing. If we go through this portal, then you see we have a path and a village, which has paths in it. Yes, this is something that has been in Minecraft Pocket Edition for a little while, and is now in Minecraft PC version. Now, this is a Tagia biome, but the well, which is the center of the village, it determines what kind of village it's going to be. Like, even if most of the village is in Itagia, this actually spawned on the beach, which apparently villagers can appear there now, and that means that it will, it spawns with oak wood. And there are other kinds of woods, which you see, if it's on top of sand, then the path will change to gravel, and if it's on top of grass, it will change to path block, and if it's over water, it will change to wood that matches the rest of the village, just like in Minecraft Pocket Edition. Now, Mr. Villager, let's show you the Tagia village. If we run over here, and right here, I believe, is our teleport. Yep, here we go. And now you can see it's spruce wood as the main block that's used. Over here there's some sand, so it uses gravel. Uses spruce doors. For some reason though, it still uses oak fences. That's probably just an oversight. And it also uses gravel no matter where the well is generated. It uses gravel around the well. So, but other than that, it's pretty much the same. Now, I just have to show you. If I come over here, I will show you the next village. And here we are at an acacia village. As you can see, it has acacia doors. Most of the cobblestone has been replaced with acacia logs, although for the church, it has not been replaced with wood. Just a moment about that. Anyway, so here is the blacksmith, completely made of acacia wood, very orange and gray and strange looking. About this particular village, and look, it still uses, for some reason, uses the oak wood for the fences. Anyway, in this chest is pretty good loot. 2 diamonds and some iron and saplings and apples and a pickaxe even, which, pretty cool. And here you see the lava. I had to turn off, I used /game rule do fire tick false, like that, so that the fire wouldn't spread and burn down the whole village. So you better watch out for that in acacia villages. Maybe just put out the fire as soon as it starts and remove the lava. Anyway, now I'm going to show you those fossils I mentioned earlier. Here we are, and I made a sort of museum thing. What I did is I went into spectator mode and I went into a desert. You can also find fossils in swamplands, by the way, and I found 5 specimens of each type of fossil. I found 5 rib cages and I found 5 skulls. And what I found, I found 4 different types of rib cage. I found this large one, this medium-sized one, and this small one, and then this extra small one. And then I found another large one. And then over here, I found 4 different kinds of skulls. No, I mean, I found 3, but there are 4, according to Reddit. Anyway, here we have a skull that is 4 wide here. And then here we have a skull that is 3 wide. And then here we have another 3 wide skull. And here we have this is front, a 4 wide skull. And this one is smaller and has a sort of strange, more square shape at the back. If all of the blocks were filled in, like if I were smart enough to use structure blocks to pull a structure from the files of the world, then I would have brought those up. But I couldn't figure out how to do that. Only had a little bit of time to mess around with structure blocks before I made this video. So, yeah, this is the best I could do. Took me about 30 minutes to gather these. Anyway, now for the next thing. And here we are. This next thing is, you see over here, this is about an average height mushroom, something you can easily grow yourself. Oh, by the way, something I forgot to mention, you can automatically jump on top of blocks. I did not hit space there. Like if I go over to this hill, you go up. I'm just going automatically up. And that is in options, controls, auto jump is on for me. Now, if I go over here, you see this mushroom, it's quite a lot taller. It can generate in a roof forest this way, and you can't grow it this high. Brown mushrooms, I think this applies to red mushrooms as well, but this is the only example mushroom I have. This is a very small root forest, unfortunately. Anyway, so that's that feature. Now on to the next feature. Now this next feature I unfortunately don't have gameplay of. I was unable to find it in a 16W20A world, but I will have a screenshot on the screen. It was another thing ported over from Pocket Edition. The mine shafts in mesa biomes, they will spawn with dark oak wood, and they will also spawn near to the surface, way above where you'd normally find a mine shaft, and poking out of the side of the hills. And there are all the normal things you'd find in a mine shaft, just higher up in the Y coordinate. Now on to the next thing. This next thing is new mobs. In cold biomes such as this ice spike biome, there are polar bears. You see, if I were to just quickly get a diamond sword to defend myself, some mistake, if I can spell that right. Sorry, I'm not very prepared for this video. Then I will go into game mode 0, and it looks like I'm a little bit hungry from the magma blocks earlier. Now, the polar bears, they don't care right now. They're just like, oh, play or whatever. But if I hit one, it's going to go after me, and it's going to try to attack me. Not that it can reach me because it's in its little cell and I'm not. But also, a funny little bug that happens is if I go back into game mode 1, it will just get stuck up in this position. By the way, they have the name tags because I named them, because I didn't want them to despawn while I was away preparing other stuff for the video. You see, they'll just get stuck and they can move around like they would normally, except that they are just walking. It's kind of funny. I hope they keep that bug. Another little quirk of Minecraft. But, however, everything changes when there's a baby around. Oh, ow, oh, whoops. I totally forgot. Yeah, the strays. I guess I'll show these next before they kill me. Oh, they're fighting each other now. But as you can see, they gave me some slowness. They give you, I believe, 30 seconds of slowness. Looks like one of them died there. And you see, 30 seconds. And they do burn in the day. That's why I had to put this roof above them. And they spawn only in cold biomes as well. Now let's just get rid of this one so we can talk about what happens when there's a cub around. Oh yeah, and another thing about the strays, they sometimes drop arrows of slowness. Anyway, as I was trying to say before, if a mama bear and her cub are around together, then mama bear, if I get too close to baby bear, she gets mad. Let's not die here. And she will attack you even if you don't attack her cub first, because she wants to protect her cub. Isn't that right, Mama Bear? And we have one more mob to showcase, so let's get over to that mob. Well, a mob and also a small little feature here. You see, these are gravity blocks. Sand, gravel, and anvil are all gravity blocks, and you see below here they just generated this way. They are floating and they are dropping dust particles sort of thing from them, which warns you that if you do a block update, it's gonna collapse and maybe kill you. So you better be careful when you see those particles. And over here there are some husks. This is a new kind of zombie. You can see, oh no, it gave me zombie spawn egg. Oh, that reminds me of something. Anyway, so husks, they apparently like to hug each other. They have kind of different textures than zombies. They spawn in the desert, and they don't burn in the daytime, which is dangerous for villages, because, then the zombies will, the husks will be trying to kill them all day. They drop the things that a normal zombie does, except that they give you hunger when they attack you. If I go into game mode 0 here. Hello? See me? See? He gave me 13 seconds of hunger. So now I'm hungry. Like we crashed just as I was about to record. Sorry about that. Next thing are these new spawn eggs for old mobs. Here, the first one is a wither skeleton. You see, he's just like the vanilla wither skeleton because he is. He just has his own spawn egg. However, if you try to pick block on him, and it'll just say that he's a skeleton. It'll give you skeleton spawn egg. The next one is the Elder Guardian. He now has his own spawn egg. And these, like, quite a few of these things in this update actually are, well, there are two things. There's the spawn eggs and structure blocks. Really useful for map makers, but they're such big things that together, you know, they make a lot of awesomeness, new stuff that map makers can enjoy messing around with. Now this next one is cats. They spawn in all the different colors. However, they're not tamed to you. They just walk around as they wish, sit on chests. Can't really get them off unless you get some fish. And they don't run away from you though because they're tamed. Wait a minute. Oh, about that. Looks like one of the cats must have stepped on some teleport things they had here and teleported me to the ice place where I was showing off the polar bears and strays. Whoopsies. Anyway, this next one we have is a donkey. Now this donkey is tameable, not tamed by default as you can see, and he, I think every time actually, he has the same amount of health that a player has. And then a mule, yep, always has, I've spawned them in before, always has 1 heart more than a player has. And they spawn in looking like this every single time. You can spawn babies too, just like that. And then this next one is we have skeleton horse. Looks like we spawned a baby. And you can get babies. You can't actually breed these in survival. You can only get babies by right-clicking on the adult or just chance spawning one with the spawn egg. And then this last one we have is the zombie horse. These are, so the skeleton horses in 1.9, you were able to get them in survival. Zombie horses still can't get in survival, and the ones you spawn with spawn eggs cannot be tamed. However, if you use commands or get it from a skeleton trap, they can come tamed. Now, on to the next feature. Now, this next feature is structure blocks. These were partially, sorry about the lag, I apologize. These structure blocks were partially added in the last update, and this is how they looked. Actually, they're supposed to have a new texture, but for some reason, it's not working for me. Actually, I think I know why. Let me fix that. There we go. It was because I had a texture pack on. Anyway, this is what they're supposed to look like. There are 4 different versions, and you can just click this button here to change the mode they're in. Just like the command blocks, there are different kinds of command blocks now. You have the data mode, which changes the data of a block. You have the save mode, which saves a structure. You have the load mode, which loads in a structure, and you have the corner mode, which marks out a structure. Now here I have an example structure. For some reason, it doesn't seem to be showing up. Oh, I know why. Anyway, so I have at the bottom corner, I have this corner, and it's named Test House because that's what I decided to name this house. And up here at the top corner, I have another corner named the same thing. And in here, it's just a simple little place with a seat where you can sit. Of course, you can sit. It's a seat. And now here, I have a save block named Test House. I put in Test House, and then with the corner blocks, I can automatically detect the size of the structure because I mark it out with the corner blocks. And then it has highlighted this entire thing. And then I can click Save, and it will save the test house. Now if I just get myself a structure block, and then put that structure block somewhere else, for example, here, and then I change it to a load structure, and then put test house. Just a minute. Okay, and then you click load, and then it says it's going to load here, but if I don't want it to load there, then I could change around some of these, and then it will load over there. Now there are some trees in the way, but this is just an example. Now you see it includes some of the ground. It looks like it's 1 block above the ground. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that so that it will be in the ground. And it will overwrite some of those trees, but that's okay. I'm going to load it in. And then I have my test house with the seed inside. And now over here I have another structure. You can see there are some invisible blocks. Oh, there we go. This is the structure void block. And you can see them better if I turn invisible blocks on. It will show them. If there's just air there, it will look like this. But if there's a structure void there, it'll look like this. It'll look red. Now that means that don't count that part as air. There can be blocks there that it doesn't overwrite. Since this is a circle, then I have just parts where there are air over with structure voids in them to say that part can be a different block. Now, if I were to summon this in, say, let's see, over here, and then I take it to load mode, call it circle, because that's what that, if I can spell it right, circle, there we go, then load, and then if I change it to that, and that, then it will be kind of over here. Maybe I want to change it a little more. Let's see, where's that? Oh, no, that's a little too much. Maybe just like this. That's kind of good. I think I'll break this hill a little away so you can see it better. There we go, that's a little better. It's kind of a big hill, isn't it? But I want to be able to see the whole white outline so you can see the entire structure. There we go. Now, I load it in, and it loads just the circle, and these blocks were not overwritten by air. So that's how the structure void works. Now, this is the last feature of this update as far as I know. This is a command. You can now add, before you could only add no gravity to armor stands, so the armor stands would be floating. Now, you can even have flying pigs. You see, that pig's just up there, and he can walk around however he pleases. He's just flying on that gravity, on that level forever. He doesn't have gravity. He disobeys gravity and flies. Because, you know, that day when pigs fly is that day when Minecraft makes it possible for pigs to fly. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I think so too. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like. If you have suggestions for future videos, please leave them in the comment section down below. And if you want to see more content like this, please subscribe to my channel. Bye!